I'm glad to welcome you to a discussion of our youth employment program that we started this summer using stimulus funds and using a number of partners, including the Forest Service, local businesses, local schools, to give local youth, young adults, a chance to earn and learn this summer. We're really proud of the program because we think we've accomplished all the goals that we were asked to accomplish by our president, including the fact that we began our program early. We got out ahead of the crowd, and we have about 320 young adults employed in individual businesses, in research crews, out in forestry crews, and all over the three-county area, Linn, Benton, and Lincoln counties, helping out their communities, learning about how to work, making a meaningful contribution to their community, and getting and spending those stimulus dollars.
Did you learn anything?
A lot of stuff, yes.
Learned actually quite a bit. I mean, I've never even heard of weatherization. I've learned how to do installation, how to sew up a house, they've got a lot going on for us. We learned quite a bit here.
We're learning job skills such as being on time, work motivation, which is a really big one, or following directions, cooperation, what kind of, like how you dress in the workplace, stuff like that, and working together.
So these skills you're learning here, are how are they going to help you?
Well, they might help me out in the future, if I get a job painting or with heavy equipment, stuff like that.
Well, what are you going to do when you graduate?
Either get a job or go to college.
Probably go to college, shows you.
I want to get my own job, my own business, farming and building places.
Are they learning good job skills?
Yes, they are. Yes. And the most important part of it is ignoring their cell phones.
Leadership, abilities, work ethic.
This is more like just work experience I can use over when I actually get another job probably next summer, if I don't get a choice to do the CSC again.
I've definitely been learning some more about like the ecology of rivers and streams and that sort of thing. So
I'm wanting to go into agriculture, and I'm wanting to know more about the native species, just so I know what their uses are.
Just being a good, efficient worker. This has helped with that because, this is my first job.
You look good on a resume.
It's like showing up on time, working together as a team, accomplishing things like that. Community, interacting with the community, and acting professional when you do.
Working with others.
Yeah, digging ditches and doing hard work.
communicating well, working with people.
Teamwork.
How to be on time and when's the best time to pick the fruit or whatever to take to the farmer's market.
Well, this job's taught me how to be on time and taught me a lot of great organizational skills.
A lot of work stuff, and we do presentations and working with computers. And
well, I'm learning how to transplant plants to other beds.
I'm Craig. I'm a project instructor from CSC, and this is our energy assistance crew, and we've been going around to senior citizens' homes and also low-income housing, and we're trying to help them save energy. So we're doing caulking around their windows and putting in gaskets on their outlets and different things that will stop air leaks in their home. And then we are also replacing aerators in their faucets to low flow so that they don't waste hot water. We're resetting hot water heaters if they're on too high temperatures. We're giving them ideas about how they can save energy in their home and giving them light bulbs that are more energy efficient. And so it's a fun time. We get to meet the people, and we're able to help them save some money. And the people on our crew are gaining work experience so that they have employability later on, learn their basic job skills. And so it's a great deal for the kids. We're having a good time with it.
I think it was terrific that they came out and they checked my light bulbs, gave me new light bulbs to conserve the energy, checked my water heater, checked for any leaks in the house, and I know it's going to help lower my electric bill.
Well, I had surgery on my hand this winter, and having a crew that I can supervise really works well.
They are doing a good community service. Essentially what we're doing right in this area, is we're trying to preserve this wetland. This was once a wetland, and they're trying to get it back up to wetland status. It's all dried out now because it's the summertime.
My name's Jose Rolando Marin Herrin. I'm a PhD student at Oregon State University, and I'm based here at Hatfield Marine Science Center. So I'm studying the role of sandy beach surf zones as a habitat for juvenile Chinook salmon. The work crew is helping me sample 5 different beaches. So the beach immediately to the north and south of the Columbia River, the one immediately to the north of Tillamook Bay, the one immediately to the south of Alsea Bay, and the one immediately to the south of Coos Bay. What we're doing is we're using a beach seine, and I don't know if you're familiar with a beach seine. It's basically a large net, which has floats on the top and weights, so they have lead weights on the bottom. And it's basically literally just a wall of net, and it's about 45 feet long. What we do is we carry the net in our hands. We bunch it up and carry it in to about chest deep. Once we're chest deep, we open it in a V shape, parallel to the shoreline, and then we pull it on shore. And so all the animals that are in that area get trapped and get sort of bottlenecked to the sort of the angle of the V. And at the end, we can just bring it on shore and then open up the net again and see what we caught.
There's probably a lot of shrimp.
My name is Jerry McGuire, and this is a CSC Youth Vocational Training Program. This is our facility here. We take, I have 11 youth right now, and we do vocational trainings in weatherization. And the big difference is we're looking at weatherization and your house, not just a roof over your head. We're looking at it as more of a building science that we have all the test equipment to measure all these items and just to make a difference in the quality of your life and the efficiency that you're using your energy. In an 8-week course, these youth will end up with first aid, CPR, an OSHA safety training, a lead-based paint safety practices, and a certificate saying that they were trained at different aspects in weatherization.
This tree right here that we're saving is called Western Red Cedar. It was really important to the Native Americans because they would peel off the outer bark and they would use the inner bark to make stuff like clothes and rope, and they would also use these trees to make their houses and their boats. It's a very versatile tree, and it's really important that we get it growing because there really aren't a whole lot of them around.
Just now we were pulling some blackberry bushes over there. They're choking out some trees, and so we're trying to help the trees so they can grow, because this area, since it used to be an amusement park and then it got torn down, it wasn't exactly a natural habitat. So we're trying to help it go back to its natural state.
Well, they've done a great job kayaking on the slides, like in the Equina, you know, are pulling things out of the water that are just crazy. I can't even believe that they're really dedicated to actually cleaning the rivers. That was really great.
This is Nestucca Bay National Wildlife Refuge. It's been open for almost a year now to the public. It's been here for about 13 years, but it's just been open to the public as of last October. The silver spot butterfly is on the, it's not on the endangered list yet, but it's close. And so really the only other site right now is up on Cascade Head, where, you know, and up by Harts Cove. And so we have a patch up, kind of that clearing in the hillside up there. We're basically planting these trails to encourage them to have another place, because they're so specific about what they eat and where they reside.
Over here it's called Euro, and it grows to be this flower right here, and that's what the butterflies use for nectar.
You having a good time this summer?
Yeah, it's great. This is only my second day out, but you know, everything has been going really smoothly.
Digging holes, planting, pulling weeds, it's all fun.
Today we're going down the Salmon River estuary to look at different plants and animals.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 like a lot of dreams.
You don't have to put the life jacket on now, but make sure it fits, and
you will need to put it on as soon as we get in the water. This is where we're going. We are launching from Pixieland, which is right about here. And then we're gonna check out the Salmon Creek Ditch. And then we're gonna float under the Highway 101 bridge and look at where Salmon Creek used to go. And then we're gonna float a little farther and check out the Tsunami Sands. And then we're gonna look at this spot here where you can see the difference between the area that was diked off and the area that was never diked off.
Have fun!
I got cold, wet, muddy.
We've gone and learned about aerial photos and some other stuff, GPS stuff.
What about the teasels? What did we do with those?
We had to dig them out, and then we had to make sure that the seed pods were going to be on the asphalt side so that they didn't re-burrow into the ground.
And now we're just enjoying the environment and solving this puzzle. Guys, why don't you read them the clue that you're on right now?
Follow the pines north to the end of the dike. Look closely at the alder at the end of your hike. Their bark is white, or so you might think. Without encrusting lichens, it could be easily pink.
Lichens.
Whatever. Lichens.
Lichens?
What is this called again?
Teasel.
They have a little ball on top that's the reproductive organs. And so some people just pop those off and then they're more or less neutered. But it's almost as easy just to rip them out and then you don't have to worry about them.
Well, they're working out here doing some preliminary park development. They're doing everything from trail development to getting barns like this cleaned up so we can use them for equipment shelter, and trying to figure out what we're going to do with some of the different invasive weeds, how much we can control manually or with machinery and stuff. And so this was an opportunity with the Wetlands Conservancy, I think, and Oregon Extension Office and some other folks that brought these crews for us to work. And so we're looking forward to seeing what happens at the end of the summer when they're done.
What's happening is that we're moving things all over the world and they're making very big differences to us. And this will affect our future. And what these guys are doing is helping me survey the effects of a parasite that was introduced with ballast water around 20 years ago. This is one of the larger mudflats in Yaquina Bay. This is called Idaho Flat. And these guys are mapping the shrimp beds on this flat. And what we can see is that over a 20-year period up and down the coast, the shrimp populations have declined. And that this, for the mud shrimp, this is the biggest population left in the area. If this population is declining, then that's as bad a news as you can have. You know, we're not saving the patient.
This is the ghost shrimp. It's a neo, and this is a Yupo. And this is the mud shrimp, and these are both females. You can tell by right back here they both have legs that lift up to hold the eggs back.
There's the female there. That's the bottom of it, and attached to the top there is the male, little one right there, and it starts out as just a small male like that, and it'll get there into the gills there, and then it'll grow into a female, and then it'll attract another male, and then it'll brood eggs.
60,000 babies.
Yeah.
At a time.
The shrimp can't produce anywhere near enough kids to compete with that.
Basically, we're just cleaning up, sort of tidying the place up, making it less of a tangle, more accessible. Picking up the garbage, taking some of the ivy and the blackberries and stuff out. And at the same time also the kids are going to get an education in the history and some of the people that are buried here. A lot of famous early Toledo residents. In fact, there's one of the guys who, he has a marker here, but he's not actually buried here, if I understand it correctly. He's one of the old wagon masters who brought the settlers over here. His family apparently were so enamored of the area and stuff, and so pleased with him that they buried him here, or put a marker to commemorate where he would have wanted to be buried, I think.
And this year, this summer cruise, it's kind of easier because we're just going to be doing brush whipping, no trail work, like as in tread work or water bars or puncheons or anything like that. So we're just out here having a good time and clearing up the trails so people who come and enjoy these trails have a clean access and aren't accosted by all the weeds and berry bushes and whatnot that grow alongside the trails. And intermingling between all that, we're doing a little bit of learning as we go. So hopefully it'll be a great summer for these guys.
If any parents watching this, get your kids into this if you want to get rid of them for about, I don't know, 8 hours or so. If you get your kids into this, they have a good chance of getting a good slot filled on their resume, because a lot of people look at this and realize, it's good stuff, and might as well say, "Hi, Mom."
Yeah, I'm having a good time. It's really good and just fun doing this and glad it's helping everybody else.
I think it's been a great experience for these guys and for myself also. So.
What the team has been doing is building relationships with the local community. We deal with local nurserymen, and as I said, they donate a lot of flowers and a lot of the peppers and other crops for us. So it builds community relations. And then the other part of the community piece is once a week we go out to the children's farm home out here about 10 miles out of town to work on weeding and crop management too. So not only is it about developing crops here and selling them, but we're also giving them back to and being integrated into the community.
So pretty much we're just setting up some water diversion. There was some alongside this trail before, but it's all kind of filled in and washed out, or it wasn't dug enough in the first place, and it keeps the trail from washing out. There's culverts that these lead into. So we're busting through hard packed clay and rocks most of the time to dig out these trenches alongside to keep the water flowing.
Yeah, we're just doing a lot of restoration projects, also preserving some endangered butterfly habitat, the Taylor checkered spot butterfly. We're essentially just widening their prairie areas so that they can, populate.
The video crew is also a part of the summer work crew, the natural resource crew. It's our job to document all of the work that's been done by all the other various crews, so that we have some sort of a representation, a visual element, if you will, to be able to demonstrate, show, communicate all the work that's been done by the various crews throughout the three-county area. So Josh, Charlie, and myself have been in a van going from crew to crew to crew, sometimes driving up to 400 miles a day to capture each one of these crews for this video.
So one of the things I want to make clear is that CSC is filled with people who wanted to make a lot of these things happen, but we couldn't have made it happen without our partners. We have partners who I think are unique and have helped us take advantage of the stimulus money in a way that many other communities and counties could not do. So we have people from the school district, we have people from county and city government, we have people from the scientific community, we have people from all of our federal agencies, state and federal agencies, who've all come together to make this work. And I feel fortunate. I think the crews themselves feel fortunate. I believe that our private and public partners feel fortunate, and we should all feel very proud.
You liking it so far?
Yeah, I am actually getting a good sweat on. It's really fun.
It's like Christmas, except I'm not getting clothes. See this? Yes!
Working with these kids has been an eye-opening experience.
Whacking weeds is fun. It's cool.